Well, we got a whole new series of D23 updates directly from the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Feige himself, and this first one clarifies the exact status of Blade, what's going on, and how committed Marvel Studios is to the project. At this point, I believe it's certainly not cancelled. Well, in case you didn't know, this weekend is D23 down in Brazil, and it has brought on all kinds of very interesting Marvel news. Now, right out of the gate, Marvel released a new trailer for Captain America, Brave New World, and Thunderbolt. And if you go over to our community page and check them out, they're both pretty darn good. Now, with that, Kevin Feige talked about a lot of impending projects and news directly from Marvel Studios. And one of the subjects that everybody wanted an answer to, Blade, he gave, well, as clear an indication of what's going on as possible. Now, much has been said recently about whether Blade is actually going to become a reality. The release date was once again delayed, and this led to a whole series of rumors, some of which we reported on here, that the reboot had been cancelled or just pushed down the road so far we were likely to see some big changes. But Kevin Feige insists Mahershala Ali will still get his chance to shine in the MCU. At D23, Kevin Feige said, and I quote, "We're committed to Blade. We love the character, we love Mahershala's version of him, and rest assured, whether we change direction with a project or are still trying to figure out how it fits into our schedule, we let the public know. You're updated on what's going on, but I can say the character will make it to the MCU." Now, the best part of these conventions is getting Kevin Feige on the record, and I am really glad to have something official from him. Now, many of us have been super worried this project could get the axe. It's been delayed multiple times, gone through many writers and directors, and there's tons of rumors that Mahershala Ali himself was starting to get rather frustrated. Blade is super important for Marvel to get right. The return of Wesley Snipes in Deadpool and Wolverine really showed how popular the character still is. And despite Wesley's joke, it seems like coming down the road, there will in fact be another Blade. Now, this does beg the question of when, and that's something Kevin Feige even said in his quote, how it fits into our schedule. Now, I think what Marvel is doing is they're focusing on multiverse tales to set up Secret Wars, but we're going to start seeing more seeds for other future projects. And this suggests to me that even though we're not going to see Blade in 2025, we could very well see him sometime in 2026 or 2027. It feels like to me a Blade story kind of fits better after Secret Wars. The character really had no presence in the comic event, so he doesn't really need to be part of the MCU event, and Marvel already has several supernatural characters on the board setting up Midnight Suns, such as Man-Thing, Moon Knight, Jennifer Kale, and Werewolf by Night, that at this point, adding Blade and probably Ghost Rider pretty much fills out that team, and all those seeds are going to start producing fruit, I think, right after Secret Wars drops. Now, one other thing that Feige said here that did catch my ear was, we love Mahershala's version of him. This suggests to me that Marvel is definitely going in a slightly different direction than the Wesley Snipes version of the character. If you know Blade from the comics, the version we got of Wesley, well, that was more of a modernized version. The all black, the trench coat, the sword, well, those are things that kind of evolve with the character. But I suspect with Mahershala Ali, we might see some of the previous versions of the character and some of the more early comic costumes. This is said to be a period piece, so some of those work better here than on a modern big screen version of the character. So I am a little excited they're going to do some different stuff, and I can't wait to see what Mahershala looks like suited up as a Daywalker. Now, we're going to stay pretty committed to this story. Blade is obviously very popular with a lot of fans, and I feel like at this point, Feige speaking directly to it should have answered the big questions. So what do you guys think? How do you feel about Kevin Feige finally giving us some kind of direct answer on the Blade project? And are you happy to hear they're still committed to Mahershala Ali playing the character? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, before you take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for all the updates, and make sure you get every notification because we do daily Marvel and DC content and we don't want you to miss any news.